video, we're continuing the alternate future of the world series. And well, in today's video, tensions has rapidly rose in Europe. And well, good news in the North American continent, as America manages to somehow, with the help of what's left of Canada, they annexed in all of North America, they managed to, with some technology, make these lands habitable. Well, unfortunately, it's not a lot, but better than none. But they don't realize there's an unintended consequence, which they didn't realize. And well, it just moves water around, yes. It changed elevations of some lands, yes. It messed up. They made one key mistake. They didn't realize that by doing this, they would cause land over here to end up flooded. Yes, it has nothing to do with geography. It's just that land just collapsed. And you might be like, how did mountains collapse? Well, it just collapsed into the water. Yes, they realize that for everything they do, water is going to be moved around. Well, France gets angry at the biggest nation in the continent. They get mad at Germany. Yes, they're mad. Not just mad, they're contrary. Yes, it gets worse. As they all think Germany is going to crush them. But after them having nice success in Western Germany, a few nations decide to join. Italy joins, and, well, Turkey joins? Yes, Turkey joins. Making sure I'm doing the sides right, because it would be pretty bad if I did the sides wrong after making a thumbnail based on it. Well, they get Portugal and Spain, Galicia, and Basque. They also get their help. But what they don't see hasn't happened yet. But this area, that's too big of a advance. Way too big. And then the Bulgarian nation moves in and takes Crimea, which they claim should have went to them. Well, Italy starts more advances through the Alps, with the Netherlands falling. With Germany managing to create a super nation, basically. But now it's starting to collapse. And they believe that if it doesn't collapse now, well, it's going to become a super state. With Denmark falling and them starting to advance in the lands that shouldn't be habited, but are. With Germany in trouble, but finally they manage to get organized and they launch a nice advance here. And another nice advance there, and they even managed to cut this off, getting access to the sea, and quickly took Crimea back from Bulgarian occupation. This inspired an ally to join them, which is Arabia. They want lands in Anatolia and, well, all of Persia, basically. All of Iran. Quickly it surrenders, but they manage to occupy to this line. And, well, they move their forces over here, encircling a big chunk of Iran's army. And they manage to advance over. And Iran falls over in that area, with the northern area deciding to keep fighting. Well, quickly after this, they manage to take all of this. Well, Iran is forced into surrender. And well, they advance along Bulgaria's coast. Oh, shoot. That's not good. Edit undo. I need to pick a different color. Oh, I figured it. Somehow the ocean water was being used. See? That did not work at all. Why did I do this? Why did I do this? Message to Wild Mapper. What are you at? And now it looks too dark on color. It looks like the naval occupation color that I used to use. With them liberating lands, but like realistically, they're basically occupying these lands. So if you think of it, they're technically not really doing that. With them trying to move forces into Bulgaria, but at the rapid advances by two nations. By the time they get stuff in, it's time for them to surrender. But on this front, there manages to be some advances. But not long after, they finally start liberating Germany and Austria, their main areas. And everybody's starting to get scared, especially France, who survived massively fast advances, I guess. But after this, they start getting advanced rapidly towards Paris. With Iberia reasoning, it's time to leave. All of Iberian nations just say, yeah, we're out. They're like, wild mapper out. That's literally what they probably sound like. Well, the advances, Germany manages to push northern Italy back. France is in the surrender. Italy just gives up, saying, yeah, negotiations now, please. We don't want to be occupied fully, so let's see the peace treaty happen with all of Iran being annexed by Arabia and all of Anatolia and parts of what would be Thrace. And as you can see, Germany annexed most of Bulgaria, most of France, and all of northern Italy. Well, they're becoming more unstoppable as the days approach. As you can see, that does not look great what happens from that. They realize that if they use that, random areas are going to flood. So now they're thinking, what should they do? Well, with an East African Union being formed, deciding to form an African Union, which didn't work out, and they continue to call it not that. Because there was only a few nations that decided to join. With these two nations agreeing to join. But no other nation agrees to do anything. With them occupying all of this, these two nations not wanting to go to war, and this nation not being wanted to be partitioned. And well, the western half and eastern half of Australia decide to reunite. And well, that's pretty much all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out, but not until you subscribe.